Hello, myself Dr. Kokate, Professor and Head, Department of Botany, Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. I welcome you all for the next practical of Angiosperm taxonomy. So in this practical, we have to describe the given plant in a technical language, then we have to classify it in a family, that is, we have to classify it up to the family level. Now the plant which is provided to you today is this plant. You all know this plant. The plant which is familiar to all of you. This plant is commonly called as the thorny apple, and in Marathi we call it as a dhotra, and we have to describe this plant today in a technical language. Most of you have seen the plant which is present around us, and it is nothing but when we go for about its habit, it is nothing but the weed which is seen all over in a wild condition. Then it is a large herb. It is herbaceous in nature, but it is having the height of about 1 to 1.5 meter in its height. Then it is annual, flowers and completes its life cycle in 1 year. Then it is erect, its growth is erect, it is not prostrate one, so it is erect in nature. So when we have to write about the habit of this plant, what we will write? We will write that it is a herb which is annual in nature, and it is erect, commonly grown as a weed, and its height is about 1 to 1.5 meter. Then after the habit, we have to go for the description of the vegetative parts of the given plant. So generally we have to start the vegetative part from the root. So if a root is provided, you can see this is the root. This is a complete plant which is having about 1 to 1.5 meter height, and this is the root. If the root is provided to you, you have to write the description about the root. Now in this case, the root is taproot system type, and these are the lateral roots which are coming from it. The color of the root, you will see that it is thick in nature and its color is white in color. So this is about the root. Then the next part is vegetative part is the stem. Now when we have to describe the stem, we have to see about its nature. It is stout in nature, it is green in color. You can see it is stout in nature, green in color, it is erect. Then next one we have to write, it is having the branches, that is the lateral branches, they are coming out. So we have to write it is branched. Then about its surface, when you go for the surface, you have to see the surface is having the small minute hairs on it. So you have to mention its surface also. And if it's you will cut its in a transverse section, you will see that is it solid or hollow. So when we cut the stem, you will see that it is hollow in nature. It is not the solid, though it is stout in nature, but in the center there is it is having the structure which is hollow. So this is about, and then finally you have to also write its color. Now and definitely it is aerial in nature. Then when we will go for the next part, vegetative part, that is the leaf. So leaf in this case is simple, it is simple in nature. Then after its simple nature, we have to mention about its position. So is it present in opposite manner, or it is alternate? So basically we have to mention about its phyllotaxy, that is the arrangement. So in this case, the arrangement of leaf is alternate. So in that we have to see about its arrangement on the nodal region. So it is having the alternate. So this is the lower node, this is the upper node. So you will see that on this node it is on this side, while on the upper node it is coming from on this side. So basically you can see the position of the leaves on the nodal region, and in this case you see it is alternate in nature. Then about the single leaf, it is having the stalk, so we call this leaf as a petiolate leaf. So this is petiolate. Then we will go for the leaf blade. So this is the leaf blade. When we go for the leaf blade, the margin we have to write here is, it is entire one. Some lobes are coming out here, so it is lobed and entire in nature. Then we have to write about its apex. So it is acute in nature. The apex is acute in nature. Its type is of acute type. Then its shape is oval, and the venation, regarding the venation, when you go for the venation, you have to see the venation is unicostate reticulate venation is present, and its color obviously it is green in color. Then next one is we have to move on to the reproductive structure. So in that reproductive structure, when we go for the description, first of all we have to write about the position of the flower. So flower is the reproductive structure. So we have to mention about the position of the flower, on which axis they are present. We call that axis as the inflorescence axis. So in this case, when we have to write the inflorescence, we will see that where is the position of flower. Now in this you can see, so this is the position of flower, and it is arising singly, not in bunch. It is not present in bunch, it is arising singly, and it is present at the terminal end of the stem. So we call it as a solitary, as it is single, and it is present at the terminal end of the stem. We call this as a solitary terminal type of inflorescence. Then after that, after the inflorescence, we will go for the single flower. Now how is the flower? So first of all you will see the flower is having the stalk, though it is very small, but it is having a stalk here. So we will see, this is the stalk. We will call this stalk as a pedicel and the flower as a pedicellate flower. Then we will go for the counting the number of the various whorls which are present in the flower, that is the members in the calyx, corolla, androshim and gynoecium. When we go for that, and when we study the complete flower, we will see that it is a complete in nature. So and as all the whorls they are present, we call it as a complete flower. And then if we go for its nature, it is consisting both the whorl, that is the male and female reproductive structure, that is gynoecium and androshim. So we call this as a bisexual flower. So it is having the pedicel, the bract is totally absent, so it is ebracteate. Bracteole is also absent, so it is ebracteolate. Then it is complete one. Then it is bisexual, consisting both the sex organs, that is androshim and gynoecium whorls are present. Then about its nature, it is hypogynous in nature. So when the ovary is present above the thalamus, and all other parts of the flower they are coming from the base of the ovary, we call that position of the ovary as a superior, and that flower is known as the hypogynous flower. So it is large in color, large in size, pentamerous in nature, and its color is white to creamish. It is white to creamish in color, and it is having the fragrance in it. And then its size, you can see here, its size is ranging from 6 to 9 centimeter. So this is about the flower. Then we will go for the description of each and every whorl of the flower. So in that, the outermost whorl, as the bract and bracteoles they are totally absent. So the next important whorl which is seen here, which is the outermost, this is the calyx whorl. So this green part is the calyx whorl. Now we have to count the number of sepals here. So as in this case, the number of sepals they are 5. then all of them, they are fused with each other, having the 5 tooth like projections at the upper region. So I will show you the calyx in separate calyx here. So this is the calyx, which is a complete calyx. The structure is green, it is tube like in structure, and when we go for its nature, it is swollen at the part and tapering towards the apical region, and it is persistent. Then regarding its estivation, you all know, in this case the estivation here you can see it is valvate in nature, so no overlapping of the margins, so this is called as the valvate type of estivation. So sepals, there are 5 gamosepalous in condition, and the estivation is valvate type, and it is persistent in nature, having the shape which is known as the tubular. So next part is the corolla part. So we will see about the corolla. So in the corolla, I will show you the flower. So, and we will dissect it. So this is the calyx part which I have removed now, and then this part is a complete corolla. It is also known as the corolla tube. So this is the corolla tube, and you know, the corolla consists of the members which are called as the petals. So first of all we have to count the number of petals. So 5 dentate structures you can observe here. So the number of petals, they are 5 here, and as they are united, they are fused with each other, we call this as a gamopetalous condition. Then about the estivation, in this you can very well see that the estivation is twisted in nature. So one margin of the petal is overlapping the other. In bud condition you can observe it very well. So after that, the petals, they are 5, they are polypetalous, their estivation is twisted, then it is a tube like structure. So corolla tube is present, which is large, and you can see here on this corolla tube there are the rib like structures are present, so we can call it as a ribbed corolla tube. And its color, you have to mention, the corolla is white in color. Then after the corolla, the next whorl is the androshim. So when we have to describe the androshim is present inside the corolla tube. So we will dissect the flower, the corolla tube, and we will open the corolla tube. When we open the corolla tube, the whorl androshim is visible. Now you can see. So these are the number of stamens. So the stamens which are present here, they are 5 in number, they are very large in size. Those stamens, they are 5 in number, they are free from one another, so we call it as polyandrous condition. But as they are united with the petals, they are coming from the petals, we call this condition as a epipetalous condition. They are fused with the petals, we call it as a epipetalous condition. You can see here the stamens, they are long, and the filaments, they are long, and the anther lobes, they are straight in line, they are linear, and they are having the nature which is bithecous. Now and they are also intros in nature. So this is about the stamens. They are the important structure here is they are epipetalous in condition. Then next whorl is the calyx whorl. So we will dissect again the flower to describe the calyx, gynoecium whorl. So gynoecium is, it is broken here. So this is the gynoecium, which consists of ovary, style, and stigma. So I will dissect the other flower for showing you the gynoecium whorl. Gynoecium, you all know, it consists of the carpel. Carpels, they are present here, their number is 2. So bicarpellary condition is present, and single carpel consists of the ovary, style, and stigma. You can see, so this is the stigma portion. This is the stigma, and this is the large one, is the long one, is the style portion, and it is present at the base. There is presence of the ovary. So basically the gynoecium consists of this structure: ovary, this is the style, and this is the stigma. You can see here, this is the stigma portion. Now the carpels, they are two in number. They are united with each other, so we call it as the syncarpous condition. And when we cut the transverse section of this ovary, you will see the number of locules which are present there. They are two in number, and in each locule, number of ovules, they are many, and the ovules, they are coming from the axis, central axis. So the placentation is axial in nature. Now in this case, the one important thing which we have to observe, that is about the position of the ovary. No doubt it is present on the thalamus, its position is superior, but in this case the ovary, it is placed obliquely. So when you cut the transverse section, you will see that its septum is not in this position, but it will present in a oblique position. In prior condition, it is having the bilocules, but at maturity, in some cases, the false septum will be formed and the ovary will become a tetralocular in condition. The placentation is axial. Now, so the placentation is axial in this case, and the septum is obliquely placed. That is important characteristic of family and this genus. Now regarding the fruit, you can see here the fruit is also provided to you. So in this case, it is a capsule which dehisces by valves. So you have seen the mature capsules which are opening with the help of their septum, and the type of the fruit is capsule here, which is also commonly called as the thorny apple. So with this we have described the complete plant of the which is provided to you for the description. Now the next important thing is about its identification. How we will identify this plant particularly which is given to you. So in that, is it dicot or monocot? It comes under angiosperm, that is you all know, as it is the flowering plant, means it comes under the angiosperm. In the angiosperm, then we have to classify it under the dicot or monocot. So when we go for the description, we will see the important structure, that is the root is provided here. It is taproot, and the venation is reticulate. So definitely it comes under the dicotyledon. Though the fruits and the seeds are not provided, we can identify the plant on the basis of these two characteristics, that the presence of reticulate venation and taproot system. Then after that, when the petals, they are united, it comes under the gamopetally. So if the petals, they are free, they comes under the polypetally, and in this case the petals, they are fused with each other, the condition is gamopetalous, so it comes under the gamopetally. Gamopetally is further divided into the series, so it comes under the series bicarpellity. Why it comes under the bicarpellity? On the basis of the characters, it consists of the ovary which is superior in nature, then its carpel number is 2, it is syncarpous with the axial placentation. So all these are the characters for the bicarpellity. Then next, bicarpellity is further divided into the number of orders. So when we go for the description of this plant, the characters of this plant comes under the order Polymoniales. It shows the characters of the order Polymoniales. Those are the flowers, they are actinomorphic in nature, and leaves they are exstipulate and alternate in their arrangement. So these are the characters which are for the order Polymoniales. Polymoniales is then further divided into the number of families. So it consists of the characteristic of the family Solanaceae, as it consists of carpels which are placed obliquely, and it is having the placentas which are swollen in nature. So these are the important characteristic of the family Solanaceae. So we place this given plant in the family Solanaceae. Now we will repeat the classification, that is angiosperms. Then after the angiosperm we have to write the dicotyledons. Then after the dicotyledons we will write gamopetalae, then bicarpellati, order Polymoniales, and family Solanaceae. Now for your information we will show the plant, and we will assign the name. As we all know, it is common plant. The name of the plant is Solanum stromium. So besides this, this family Solanaceae consists of number of plants which are economically important, that is the potato plant, then tomato, then capsicum. All these plants, they comes under these family Solanaceae, that you all know, which are economically important, and they are also used as a vegetables. So you should know the economic importance of a few more genera from this family to describe it in detail. So thank you once again.